Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it is a new clear image, so I definitely did what I said I was going to do, and I went out and decided to get myself a new camera, the Canon M50. So that is what I will be filming on as of right now. I don't know how to work this quite yet, but we will get used to it. I'm just surprised because it's so clear, and I think this is even more clear than the old Canon, but it was definitely time for a new camera, and I made sure I could squeeze it in my tight of a budget, but we're gonna see how good my budgeting is after this video, because I'm about to show you guys what I got from Petsmart. I definitely had to go there to get some things. Well, I didn't have to go to get anything. I actually just had to go get Fitz a new heat lamp because hers burnt out, but I ended up getting half of the store. Well, this was stuff that was overdue anyway. Like, I had to get this stuff. But before that, I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, I did get a new camera. My old Canon was huge and broken, so it's about time that I got a new one, and now you guys don't have to watch my crappy iPhone quality. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it's definitely not the best. So look, my eyes in like HD, and this ring light, literally, I'm going to show you guys in the mirror. The camera, if you can see, it doesn't fit in the ring light, so like the viewfinder hangs out. It's just a mess. I never can get anything right in here. But in today's video, I wanted to show you guys what I got from Petsmart and what I will be doing to some of the tanks. I think I'm only going to be doing the hermit crab tank, so it will be like an updating tank video. I'm going to be updating the hermit crab tank and Fitz's tank, just a little bit of a remodel. I'm either going to get hate for this video or a lot of subscribers are being lost. Because I am going to put Fitz on loose substrate. So yes, well, I'm actually not going to keep her whole tank on loose substrate. It's just going to be a side of her tank that I'm going to try to figure out with the loose substrate. Loose substrate is frowned upon because it can cause impaction. But Fitz is a big girl. Fitz is, I think, like 5 now. I am going to be using a mixture of 2 different substrates, so we will get into that. Let's get started. I feel like this camera though, like it's more zoomed in. Like this is the farthest it can go. I'm sorry, oh my goodness, my nails are a mess. Don't look at this hand. I'm just gonna try not to use this hand. But I feel like this camera, like it's not as far out. I liked the fact in my old camera that it was like, you couldn't see that much of my face. The first thing that I got at Petsmart were these bully sticks, bully slices. Listen, I get the dogs anything besides, I know rawhide can be a little I try to go for the healthy stuff. This has joint formula in it, so I wanted to try these out, and it is all natural with added vitamins and minerals. But the dogs were having like a heart attack earlier, so I decided to give them one before the video. Well, they love it. They'll eat anything. They eat screws, money, you name it. I guarantee you the dogs have eaten it before. Okay, the next thing I decided to get was a heat lamp. I got a heat lamp for Fitz. This is the Exoterra Intense Basking Spot 75 watt. I did have Fitz under a 50 watt, I think. No, I think I did have her under a 75 watt. I also had got a 75 watt for Sparky, but Sparky's 75 watt was very hot. Like, it was extremely hot, so I had to switch their bulbs, and I guess the new one I bought Sparky had already burnt out. So we're getting Fitz another one, but this says 75% more intense, so hopefully this is hot, because bearded dragons need a hotter environment than blue tongue skinks anyway. So Fitz will enjoy this, and I feel so bad because she's just sitting there in the dark. Okay, the next thing I got, these river shrimp in water. So these are going to be for the hermit crabs. I never tried this before, but it is like a treat for them. So the next thing I got was a natural coconut fiber climbing background. This is also for hermit crabs. I figured it'd be nice for them because they do have climbing like objects, but sometimes you could tell their grip isn't really on point. And I could also put like a piece of this in their water bowl. I'm going to show you guys. Their tank is a mess. I have to figure that out. So I definitely wanted to revamp their tank today. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this. And I also got a top fin fishnet and cleaning pad. I only have one fish tank, and I don't really clean my reptile tanks with like a sponge. or a net. So I got this for the fish tank because I will be fixing my death trap of a fish tank. I am gonna boil the filter, the cartridges, we're gonna make it brand new. In addition to that, with the fish, I also have got this big artifact here. It is a rock, but it has like a cave, and it is very green and natural. I didn't like the tan gravel or the rocks, so I decided to pick up some black gravel, and I figure it would look nice with the green. I looked in Petsmart today, and I actually got the idea from there. I saw they had black gravel in with like a planted tank. I do have mossballs in there that are still alive. As for the fish, I have to fix the water. So after that's all done, that's going to be like a separate video itself, because that's going to be like a day's work for me, at least, because I'm 2 people. I also ended up getting top fin water conditioner. I do have water conditioner already in the fish bucket I have, but I'm not sure if that's like old. Well, it is old, okay? I like use the product until there's none left. I don't really watch with the timing, so maybe that's why, because I'm using older conditioner. I'm lying, it's not that old, okay? It's probably like a year old, a year or 2. No, it's probably a little older than that. Yeah, it definitely is. Anyway, I got new water conditioner so we can fix that tank. This is where I'm going to get the comments. I'm ready for them. They're going to flood in about 3 seconds. I'm going to be mixing sand and eco earth for Fitz's loose substrate. I didn't want to use just sand because it is easier to ingest if she licks it. I mean, along with the eco earth, but it will be a little more difficult for Fitz to ingest more sand if there's more eco earth. And Fitz has been in eco earth before, not in like, well, yeah, a long time ago. If you guys remember, I had like a digging box for Fitz and I had an eco earth in there. But I don't like how the eco earth is so dusty, so that's why I plan on mixing it with sand. I'm hoping it works out. I'm probably gonna have to keep it like a little moist. I'm not talking about like tropical environment. I know they have to stay in a desert environment, but I think just keeping it like a little damp, or even like a paper towel underneath that's a little wet, will help like all that dust, because the eco earth is definitely dusty if you don't mist it down. So I'm going to basically trial and error this. Fitz hasn't got impacted yet under my care. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I got the eco earth, a little bag. I'm also going to be putting more in the hermit crab's tank. I guess I should also put some of that sand in there too, but it's the natural golden calcium sand. I know, like, listen, I think just sand is sand, calcium, no calcium, it's sand, okay? I think this is a new brand they have in Petsmart too, Thrive. Yes, only recommended for adult bearded dragons. That is a good note. Ladies and gentlemen, do not use sand for your younger ones, because that's where the most risk comes in at. But I think about this point in time of my reptile keeping, is long. Lucky, you can't just knock over the crickets. I believe I'm experienced enough to know when my bearded dragon's in danger and know when she's not going to benefit off of something. So like I said, we're basically just going to be trying this out. This isn't like a definite keep, but I definitely wanted to try to make like half of her tank something she can burrow in. So now that I showed you guys everything I got from Petsmart, let's move on to the tanks and how I will be updating them. Oh, this gives me throwback vibes, because last night I was sitting in bed and I was so sad because I was watching my old videos, and I just remember, like, I was watching my videos and how I used to come in the camera and be like, hey guys, and like my voice used to be so high pitched, and now it's like, hey, what's up guys? Anywho, let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I took Fitz out of her cage and I am going to be putting in the substrate shield, but before I do, I definitely have to clean it. Well, this acrylic also has to be cleaned. Like, I like run water and vinegar over it, but I definitely have to get it like deep clean. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to separate the substrate from the floor, not the like actual floor and the substrate. I mean like the substrate and the part that's not going to have the substrate. So you see, Zen Habitat sent me this piece of acrylic, but I'm not sure what it's for, but I can probably cut it and make it fit. I don't know how I'm going to cut acrylic without a saw or something, but I'll figure it out. Okay, you know what? Consider this a hack job. But without a saw, I just poked a bunch of holes in the drill and I was able to form a barrier of some sort. I think that glass part is actually if you want to replace the backing and make it clear, but you know, I'm a little, pregnancy brain is a thing. So I'm just going to have to finish off the rough edges and figure out what I'm going to be putting on the floor. I'm probably going to be putting paper towel, well, probably like saran wrap first and then paper towel. It's definitely going to be like a hack job, but we're going to make this work, okay? Just for Fitz. So I will be back. Let me get to my thinking. Okay, so ignore all the calcium stains that I cannot get out of the substrate itself, but I managed to make this barrier between that side of the tank and this side of the tank. I'm actually going to try to get those out with like a scrub brush. The paper towel and the vinegar itself are not working, so I'm going to have to figure something else out because that's kind of bothering me now. And I just put the barrier right here. I used some of the tacky tape that comes with the tanks on here, so it's pretty firm. I'm going to be putting paper towels down just to minimize the mess. Let's get started with this mixture. You know what I'm thinking? It probably would have been a lot easier for me to just get like a litter box. So that's gonna be my next plan, to transfer this substrate into a litter box, because this is what I used when Fitz was a baby, but Fitz still fits in here. Does she love it? No. Does she hate it? No. But I'm probably going to end up definitely getting a litter box because that is far too small. But she keeps going in and out of it, so maybe she will enjoy it even though it's kind of small. I mean, she still has room to like bury her head in, and I know that's what she really likes to do. Just dig, so we'll just be using that as a little sandbox for now. Yeah, she definitely likes it, but I definitely don't think it's big enough. I'm gonna see if I have something. I don't know. I don't have a shoebox lid or anything that will really fit her, so I'm still debating on whether I want to make like half of her tank completely loose substrate. I'm going to see how this goes just for a little bit, and then if I end up liking it, I'm definitely going to switch to a half, or should I just do full? I don't know. I don't want to go all in, you know. I have to like dip my feet in the water first before I do all that. You're already showing a bad example. Stop licking it. Stop licking the dirt. She loves it. Half of the tank. Ignore that. That definitely has to be fixed. But this was very aggravating to do. I'm sorry I didn't film it. It's just because I wanted to do this in the first place. Like, use the thing I got from Zen Habitats and cut the bottom part. But I didn't have like a saw to do it. So I had to cut individual, sorry, my stomach's in the way. I had to cut individual holes with a drill, and then I had to sand it down with the dog nail file. So I literally had like a hack job. But I ended up making it work. So, Fitz looks like she's enjoying it. Maybe the paper towels weren't a good idea considering she already kicked everything up. But we'll just see how this plays out. So if it doesn't work out, then I'll get rid of it. But if it works out, then it's here to stay. I'm gonna have to like finalize everything, and I'm pretty sure I should have used saran wrap instead of paper towels because Fitz already ripped up all the paper towels, so now there's nothing under there, and there's some gaps that lead into like the dry flat area of the tank, so I'm just gonna have to like edit the tank later on. But as of right now, I just wanted Fitz to have something that she could dig in and enjoy herself. So hopefully this sand slash coconut fiber substrate works out well. Yeah, that was extremely difficult and stressful, so that's why I didn't film it, because I was getting so aggravated. Hey guys, so it is currently the next day, and literally last night I was so aggravated with Fitz's tank, I just gave up completely, and I didn't even do the hermit crab's tank. So we're just going to be continuing everything that I was supposed to do yesterday. I'm actually going to run to Petsmart and get like new things for Fitz's tank. That acrylic sheet that I tried to do isn't working. Like right now all the sand and dirt is like spilling out from underneath, so I'm definitely going to have to figure something out. I'm going to see if I can run to maybe like Lowe's or Home Depot to see if they have like, you know, those paint trays, but they're kind of like deep in one area and then high in the next. I'm going to see if I could get one of those for Fitz's tank to put the dirt in instead, because I don't think this is going to work how I thought it would work. I'm thinking maybe I can get the tray and then put rocks around it so Fitz can use that as like a climbing spot, something. I'm gonna have to finagle my way into I don't know where I heard that word from. I think my mom maybe. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to figure it out. And then I'm going to run to Petsmart and get Repty carpet because I want a new look for Fitz's tank, and I really like how the green Repty carpet looks, so I'm going to be getting that. And then yeah, we're going to see where this goes. So on the agenda today, Lowe's or Home Depot and Petsmart. As you can see, this turned into a nightmare. So well, I had paper towel lining. That was my first mistake. My second mistake was thinking that the glue would hold the acrylic sheet up without spilling all of the sand everywhere. So I'm just gonna have to get a box or a tray of some sort so this can look a lot neater. And it's definitely gonna be a pain in the butt, but I'm gonna have to get it over with. Fitz. What am I gonna do? I think this might work. And then I'm going to see if they have like a bag of rocks so I can make it pretty. I think I'm going to go with the pond pebble because they are a little bigger. But this is really nice, but they're like, I don't know. Where I might get these. This is more natural though. This is more of the theme I'm going for. What do you do? Okay guys, so I went with the gray. He's running away. I went with the gray river rocks, no, beach rocks, because there was more, like they were bigger in there, aside from the pebbles. And then I just got the large paint tray that should cover half of the tank. So we're gonna see how this works. I plan on putting the rocks like around here so Fitz can go over the rocks into here, and then put the Repty carpet on the outside. Petsmart is luckily right next door, so that's where we're gonna go next. Okay guys, so I just got home and as you can see, this was a terrible idea and I shouldn't have done this. Well, this just fell, okay? It didn't it didn't look like this, but this was definitely a bad idea. The paper towels are all scraped up because Fitz was digging at it so much. So what I'm going to be doing is taking all of this out. I have the Repti carpet I'm going to be putting in under the whole tank, and then I'm going to have this paint tray on the side, exactly where I had this at, but the dirt is going to be in the paint tray. And then I'm going to be using these rocks as like a ramp for Fitz. So let's see how this goes. Okay guys, so this is the final product of the tank. I think it looks so much better, honestly. And I didn't even have to spend a lot for the remodeling. I think these were like $10.48, the bag of rocks. They came in a 30-pound bag. And then this was only like $8. So in total, I was able to make a nice sandbox for under $20. If you guys want to know how I did it, just go to Lowe's and get the paint tray, the large one. I think this was like a 23 by 50. I don't know. Don't even take my word for it, but it definitely was a 23 long. And the pebbles were the beach pebbles. So yeah. And she has her water and her hide and the Repti carpet. Overall, I just think it looks so much better and it's so much neater. So let's get the habitant and see if she likes it. I think she likes it. Okay, Fitz, well, I'm gonna leave you to it. It's like whenever I say her name, she moves. Okay guys, so I just finished the tank. Hopefully Fitz enjoys it for the long run. I think she does. I actually think it looks so much better than it did, and it was time for an upgrade for Fitz anyway. I definitely wanted her to have something. Well, you can't really see it because of the glare, but oh, there you go. But I definitely wanted to have something for her that she could dig in because, you know, it's like a bearded dragon's natural behavior. I'm sorry, I have dust from the pebbles all over me. Oh boy. It's like a bearded dragon's natural behavior to want to dig, so I figured I'd get her something that would enrich her environment. Even though it's not like the natural environment they're used to. Well, not that she's used to it because she was domesticated. But it's not like it's a natural bearded dragon habitat. Because they're mostly on hardened clay, but Fitz always liked to dig, and whenever I had her out in like soft spots, she would want to dig anyway. So I figured it would be nice to make her a little sandbox that she could dig in. So let me know what you guys think down below and what I should do next. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for the next video.
Yes, sir.